So far, we have studied how the North American continent was being developed and the countries like Canada and USA were becoming more powerful countries. Now we are going to read about the constitutional rights of the people in the continent of North America. British colonies in America declared a war against England in 1776 to gain independence. The War of Independence of the colonies continued till 1783. So अपने राइट्स के लिए फाइट करना शुरू कर दिया था अमेरिका ने और उन्होंने इंग्लैंड पे वॉर डिक्लेयर कर दिया था बिकॉज दे वांटेड देयर सेपरेट state now and they don't wanted the Britons to control their land. The democratic spirit, which has been the rally cry of settlers in their fight for the independence in 1770, came to define the identity of the USA against the monarchies and aristocracy of the Old World. The natives were denied the democratic rights, the right to vote for representative to Congress and for president because it was only for the white men. तो अभी हम जो शुरू कर रहे हैं पढ़ना हम वो ये कर रहे हैं कि जब इनिशियली किस तरह से जो नेटिव वहाँ के लोग थे उनको बहुत कम राइट्स दिए गए थे कंपेयर टू द यूरोपियन सेटलर्स. लेटर ऑन इन दिस मॉड्यूल वी विल सी हाउ दे गेन्ड देयर राइट्स. तो सबसे पहले एज वी वर रीडिंग कि डेमोक्रेटिक राइट्स थी उनको नहीं दी गई थी. इवन द राइट टू प्रॉपर्टी दैट इज़ द कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ प्राइवेट प्रॉपर्टी दैट emerged in USA and people wanted the constitution included the individual rights to property which the state could not override. But this right was exclusive only to the whites initially. तो दो तरह के राइट्स डेवलप हुए डेमोक्रेटिक राइट्स एंड राइट टू प्रॉपर्टी in the initial time of the independence of US, but it was limited to the whites only. 20th century तक आते आते इतना टाइम हो गया कि जब हम देखते हैं कि now they were the winds of change in America. Now we are going to study what were these important changes. Not till the 1920s did things begin to improve for the native people of USA and Canada. The problem of Indian administration, a survey directed by social scientists, said that it was only a few years before that USA was swept by a major economic depression that affected all its people and it made realize the importance of the rights of the people. और ये economic depression कब आया था 1929 में. The white Americans felt sympathy for the natives who were being discouraged for the full exercise of their culture and simultaneously denied the benefits of citizenship. This led to a landmark law in USA, the Indian Recognition Act of 1934, which gave natives in reservation the right to buy land and take loans. Further, in 1950 and 1960, the USA and Canadian government thought of ending all special provisions for native in hope that they would join the mainstream, that is, adopt the European culture. But the natives did not wanted this. उनको चाहिए था कि वो अपने कल्चर को होल्ड करके रखें and they did not wanted to lose their culture which was being a heritage for their ancestors. So therefore in 1954 in Declaration of Indian Rights which was prepared by the Europeans who were now the citizens of US, they wanted a number of native people to be the citizens of USA and therefore a number of native people accepted citizenship of the US but on condition that their reservation would not be taken away and their traditions would not be interfered with. A similar development occurred in Canada. In 1969, the government announced that they would not recognize Aboriginal rights. The natives, in a well-organized opposition move, held a series of demonstrations and debates. This question could not be resolved when the Constitution Act accepted the existing Aboriginal and treaty rights of the natives. Many details remain to be worked out even today for these types of changes. Today, it is clear that native people of both countries, though reduced so much in their numbers from what they had been in 18th century, have been able to assert their rights to their own culture, and particularly in Canada, where they emerged successful to secure their sacred lands. तो जितने भी natives के sacred lands थे, उनका culture था, वो उसको preserve कर पाए and they were successful. ऑल्सो इम्पॉर्टेंट पॉइंट दैट इज़ जो हमने स्लेवरी की बात करी थी पहले, इट वॉज द एफर्ट्स ऑफ अमेरिकन प्रेसिडेंट अब्राहम लिंकन दैन द स्लेवरी वॉज अबॉलिश इन द यूएस. तो अभी तक जो हमने पढ़ा वो हमने पूरा यूएस के बारे में पढ़ा है कि हाउ द whole continent of North American came into the existence that it is today. In our next module, our focus would be on the development of Australia as a continent, और उसके अलावा हम ये भी पढ़ेंगे कि ऑस्ट्रेलिया को किसने फाउंड किया था and how it developed into its present form.